Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
once again, opening the show smoking hot. So here we are, TransTrem Thursday on August 15th, 2024, 8:22 p.m., and we are ready to go. That's Eastern time, not specific.
We finally got the order in right, so it ends just perfectly and everything.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's Trev's doing, actually. If you do one and he does one, and then 3 over here and then a half over there, and then boom, it worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoy that one because this is TransTrem Thursday. I can take the TransTrem on this guitar, drop it down one step, and the guitar is then in D, and then I can play in the C position like I normally do on my drop C guitar, but I'm ready to go with this one.
Oh, okay.
What?
Okay, yeah. So you're in the key of C, but you're playing in the actual D position.
Well, it's D. It's now tuned to D, right?
Yes.
Which is what I do with the other guitar. I just drop it to a drop C.
The way I understood it was that you took it from a relatively comfortable chord or key to play in and put it in C, which is for a lot of us is not so comfortable.
No,
to actually play in C.
Yeah.
C sharp minor. B. That's fine.
It's funny because a lot of the licks that I do require the guitar to be in a D tuning. Yeah. So, in order to play that on TransTrem Thursday to start with, I just drop it down one step and then I'm right in the same position that I'm normally in.
D tuning's fantastic. I love it.
So yeah, TransTrem Thursday, TransTrem enabled guitar. If you're new here, that's why we call it this on Thursdays. The guitar can take all the strings and change the pitch in tune with each other, sort of like a automatic capo down on this end. So lots of fun.
Randy changes his pitch too a little bit, so there's that.
That's called missing notes, playing all the wrong ones.
Right.
You got them all, so you're some rights in there.
Yeah, there's a few that were correct in there.
Yeah, about 3 of them.
That's the beauty of this, though. We're just here having fun. So who cares if we mess up? I messed those intro licks up like 3 times. I'm like, whatever.
Right.
It's all good.
Now, one day when we're playing for 50,000 people on here,
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's how many? 42,000 here right now. So we're okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Another 8,000 and we'll get our shit together.
Then we'll start to really concentrate on things. So welcome in everybody. Randy, how you been? How's it going?
It's been a week dealing with the old wrist injury. So my playing is definitely not on par.
Well, just get a little more, bluesy and melodic and a little more Gearmore-ish. There you go.
Right.
So now you can come and steal all my licks. Then I'll be of no use here, and you'll get rid of me.
No,
we don't get rid of anybody. Everybody's here to stay.
No.
So
my wrist feels pretty good. Actually, I'm just trying to not blow it out again.
Right.
So
yeah. Well, take it easy tonight, man. We don't want you getting permanently damaged. We got to have the Ripper on here. So
essential part of the show, Randy.
Absolutely. So, John, how's your things going? You enjoying the amp?
Yeah, I am, but last time I played it was Tuesday. Well, I guess that's not too long ago, is it? It's only 2 days ago.
Had a buddy of mine, he was like, man, I was skimming through your show because I really wanted to hear that amp. He said, all you guys were doing was talking about it. I was like, well, yeah, So we did a little playing, but then he got into it, and he's like, oh, man, there's some good stuff in here, all this information. So had a lot of fun on Tuesday. And
that was great.
Yeah, publicly, again, thank Simon for jumping on and Jason for jumping on.
Oh, yeah. Tuesday turned into a real treat with those two. Jason and Osford, man. That was awesome, dude.
Awesome stuff. So, big shout out and a thanks to them. So, Trev, how's your week been going, sir?
Pretty well. Can't beat that. Last couple of days, just been on standby.
Right. So, just hanging out, waiting for something to break.
Happened. Been a quiet week. Got a couple maintenance calls scheduled for tomorrow out in the Abbotsford area, but it's been a pretty quiet week.
Nothing wrong with that. We finally are starting to cool down just a little bit here in the hot Atlanta area. So our business is finally kind of steadying out. You know, guys aren't working till 10 o'clock in the evening, and still working till 6 or 7.
You're
but
below 100 now?
below 100 of what? Oh,
Degrees.
temperature wise, yeah. Yeah. It's supposed to get into the 80s next week, I think. So a little relief for us. We've been in the 90s here for a while, so
Nice.
it'll be a nice change. I'm ready for some cooler weather and on into the fall.
That's the truth.
Yeah. Only problem is, I can't play summer nights anymore when it's not summer, right?
That's never stopped you before.
No.
Rebrand it, rename it.
Yeah, winter nights. Well, welcome in, guys. I'm glad to have all of you here.
Summer solstice nights.
There we go. We can do that. Let's get over here and let's give a big, huge shout out and thank you to our channel members. We do have channel membership available. Should
Especially
you
the
choose
second one.
the second one, yeah.
Yep.
Should you choose to help support the channel in this manner, we do appreciate it. There's a join button over underneath your video that you're watching somewhere. Or if you go to the main channel, there's a join button there if you should choose to do so. We appreciate it. A big shout out and a thank you to all of these and our newest members, Josh Tanberg, AMC Kingdom, Way Up Dude, and a big thank you to all of our long-standing channel members. We do appreciate you, each and every one of you. So thank you.
Awesome.
So speaking of everybody in the channel membership and the chat, let's get over there and crack it open and let's see who is here. Let me get on up and get it going here.
Oh, you got Tony who waits an hour and 45 minutes to
There's a lot of people in here. Okay, it's
chat
open now.
tonight.
Yeah. All right, first in that I saw was Cushman, NYC. Welcome in. Saying hey to the peoples and the crew. Good to see you,
Brother
Cush. We've got Florida Claimers Ted right behind him. Welcome in.
Teddy.
Good to see you hanging out. Channel member El Bar J is here. Welcome.
What's shaking, my man?
We got Dan Gorman. We got channel member Cheryl Locke is here. Good to see you.
Awesome.
Says going to watch on TV in the bed, having some stomach issues. Oh,
Feel
sorry to
better.
hear you're not feeling well. We are glad to have you here, though. And
We can help you soothe your
make-
soul a little.
yeah,
Make sure to
hopefully
play some melodic stuff for
Yeah,
you.
we'll kind of chill out a little bit later, and
We'll
give
get
her
Randy
some-
to do some Metallica as well to get the evil out, and then we'll put the nice stuff in.
right. So hope you get to feeling better, Cheryl.
Yeah.
All right, we got channel member GTR 1952, or as I say, Gitter 1952. Gary is here. Welcome in.
Right on.
We got channel member J. Paul is hanging out with us. Good to see you. You backing up the truck there, Trev?
Just another Harley.
Yeah. We got channel member Blue Mox is hanging out. Good to see you, Blue. Let's see. We said hey to Dan Gorman, didn't we?
Yeah. Get him
Yeah,
again.
we're going to say it again. We got Patrick Trites. Welcome in.
Hey, buddy.
Cheers, Patrick.
We got channel member Hip Metalworks is here. What's up, Ken? Good to see you. We got, he's probably still a channel member. He's probably been gifted one 8 times in a row now. Quentin James. Pops is here. Good to see you, sir. Let's see. Who else we got? Scrolling here. There's Symmetry hanging out in the chat.
Roll aboard.
We've got, there she is. Channel member Patty Dill is here. Wearing the OU 812 shirt there in her avatar. Right on, Patty.
Cool.
Hope your surgery went well. I think that was today, wasn't it?
Oh, was she having a surgery?
Some neck surgery, I think.
I think it's in September.
No, I
Oh,
thought
she
it
said it was
today.
September. I thought she thought it was September. It was she
Well-
having it done in September.
Apparently
Either
she's
way.
here, so she's doing pretty good. So
That's right.
let us keep us updated, Patty. How you doing? Let's see. Who else is hanging out with us? We said hey to J. Paul. We're going to
J.
scroll
Paul.
on down. J. Paul. There's Papa Blue. I don't know if we said hey yet, but we're going to say it now. Welcome in, Papa Blue. There's channel member Arkansas is here saying hey to everybody. Welcome in, Arky. Good to see you. Wall of Cries is hanging out somewhere in that room with Randy, probably.
He hasn't made him an appearance in the mask recently.
That's a
Maybe
good
we should-
thing.
We shamed him or something.
Channel member Herb of Fireside Studio is here. Somebody play a little Great White in honor of Jack Russell tonight.
Yeah.
I heard that the
R.I.P.
lead singer for Great White has passed away today at 63 years old, I believe it was.
Jesus, that's young.
Yeah, it is. So sad to hear. Let's see. Who else we got? Scrolling here, we said hey to Papa Blue. Coming on down, we've got channel member Jimmy Biter. What's up? Good to see you, Jimmy.
It was awesome it was awesome to have you on Tuesday, but I don't think you said but a word.
Kind of filled out the screen a little bit, so that was good.
Yeah.
Let's see, we got Mike as himself, as opposed to somebody else. Good to see you, Mike. Channel member Andy Carson says, look at all the people here tonight. Welcome in,
Shined
Andy.
up his poll last night for me, too.
Did he?
He did.
Pardon?
Jeez. Let's see. Who else? Quentin, we said hey to. Let's see. Scrolling on down. We got Dickard with Dave 2 is here. We've also got Sable's music videos hanging out. Good to see you. Channel, let's see. Yeah. Mod of the channel, Kurt 5150 is here. Welcome in, sir. Good to see you. That was a good show last night. Yeah, really enjoyed that. It was a lot of laughs and a lot of fun. Good times. He says, put my guitars in the recycle bin every time I hear Randy. And then you go take them back out after the show.
Right.
Channel member Rob Blackmore, official, is here. Good to see you, Rob. Let's see. Kurt 5150 says the 29th. Not sure what
comes
that
in
is.
with these numbers every.
Who knows?
Must be something somebody says.
Could be. Oh, he's the 29th thumbs up is what he's saying there.
okay.
There we go.
There
Thank
we
you,
go.
Kurt. Speaking of thumbs up, please, if you haven't yet, don't forget, reach over there. Just click it for us if you would. If you hate what we're doing, certainly give us a thumbs down, but click it twice to make sure that it counts.
And go fuck yourself.
We got Bo, Guitar Man 45, channel member, is here and hanging out. Good to see you, sir. And the man himself, Fruitcake Tony, is here. Who has a YouTube show on Saturday nights called Show Me Your Pick. Down in the description, you will find some links to several of the recommended channels that we recommend and that we watch, Fruitcake Tony being one of them, and Kurt 5150 with Under the Bus. You'll find their link there as well. Also, Simon that was here on Tuesday, you'll find his link down there. Make sure everybody goes and checks out that Live Without a Net solo that he did. If you haven't seen that yet, you owe it to yourself to go look at that. But check out all the links down in the description.
And
Let's
expect a guest appearance on a Sunday jam. He's we're going back and forth and trying to get him set up with what he's got, and then that doesn't work. He's going to talk to his buddies just down the road at Road.
Oh, really?
I said, just make sure you let him know who sent you.
Yeah,
Me,
exactly.
not Ryan.
Road.
They need to make sure that they check out
Road.
the channel and
That's what I
see
said.
what
I
we're
said-
doing.
That's what I said to him. I said, "You're kind of a fucking big deal. Tell him to give you some shit." So
There you
let me
go.
do that.
The only worry that I have is that when he was on, the delay that we had, it was almost like, he was in Beirut and you're like, so tell us the situation out there.
And I thought about that. What that is him going through Pro Tools and out through his Apollo interface, because LC is fine. There's no problem
This
with
is
LC
true.
with latency, right? I thought
This is
about
true.
that because that's what I was trying to help figure out how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So he talked about that, and he has something to work with because he's got obviously a monster setup there. So he's got something to try directly to deal with latency.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, he said Roadcaster. Then yeah. So
There you go.
Okay. Well, cool. Well,
Yeah.
that would be a great endorsement for a Road for sure.
Speaking of taking your guitars out to the recycling bin, yeah, go watch Simon play for a minute.
if he
Yeah,
comes
exactly.
on here, it'd be like fuck.
I'd just be like, yeah, you guys run the show. I'll just watch. Yeah.
He'll have
This
to dumb it down
is my
so
favorite
bad.
part of the show, where I get me a nice cold one and I just go watch, Simon play. All right, who else do we
Joe,
got?
guys, your turn, mate. Fuck off, Simon.
I'll just sit there.
Listen.
Simon gets on here. I'll just get the side cutters out and cut one string at a time.
Oh yeah, I can't play anymore, so
I
All
got
right,
a
who
wrist.
else?
He's actually working on this. This is the fake wrist injury. He's pulling an R2 on us.
There he
He's
goes.
working it up so
he's
it'll be full-fledged by the time Simon
He's
comes on.
laying the foundation, the
Oh, sir.
groundwork. Yeah, he's setting it up. He's
No.
already looking forward. Yep.
Fuck
All
that.
right.
I love playing guitar on here.
Let's
Yeah.
continue on. We've got channel member Hey Man Joe's here saying, "Hey, hi lads, I'm looking forward to this. Welcome in." Let's see who else. Edwin Crane is here. Good to see you. Let's see. We've
See if I
also
can
got
sort this noise out. I'll be right back, guys.
a new name here. Searching for Tone. That's a pretty good
Come to
name.
the right place.
Yeah, coming onto a YouTube channel like this. Well, welcome in. Glad to have you. We got Cheech is here. So, what's on the queue for Trev tonight?
I went for all you can eat fish and chips before the show. Daughter needed a ride, so she said she'd buy me some dinner. So I'm stuffed to the gills with fish and chips at the moment. No pun intended.
So you're good to go.
Oh, I'm good.
All right. We also have. I'm going to steal this from Under the Bus Network.
Mikey Mojo.
Is here. Welcome in, channel member Mikey Mojo. Good to see you hanging out. We've also got Special K, also known as Karen, but not that Karen, is here, hanging out. Good to see you. Welcome back. Did we say hey to Edwin? We're going to say it now.
Come again.
Let's see. Who else? Let's see. Scrolling down. I think we may have gotten everyone. If I missed you for some reason, please say something in the chat. There's Mark's Gas Station is hanging out with us. Good to see you. Channel member Hillary right behind. Good to see you. And we got Ryan Dweez is here.
Just snuck in.
Great start to the show, and hello all. Right on, thank you. And we've got Jason, Head First Amps is here. Welcome
Sweet,
in, sir.
what's up,
Back,
man?
brother.
Good to see you. Always welcome here anytime you want to jump on the panel, for sure.
Yeah, emails in the description.
Absolutely. So, all right, we're caught up with the chat. What should we do tonight, boys? I'm kind of in a playing guitar mood.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's while it's still hot, I may need to just go ahead and jump right into something here.
Get it open.
I may just need to do it. Let's see. matters how many mistakes I make, I just love freaking playing that song, and it puts the dumbest grin on my face every time.
That's what it's all about, buddy.
That's what it's all about. Having fun.
And that
People
tone,
rolled in.
that tone doesn't hurt either, buddy.
It's all right. It's all right. It gets me there. It gets me there.
The
Let's see.
legend Haas is here.
Yeah.
Hoss is in the chat. Let's see.
Hoss is here.
Let's see. We also got channel member Matt McCollum Music is here. Welcome in, sir. We've got, there he is. Simon Hosford is here. So, just trying to go about my day and get shit done. And someone messaged me and said, you guys were talking about me.
Only good stuff, man.
Time to put the kettle on and listen. Right on, man. Welcome in. Good to see you. Let's see. What else is happening in here?
Sphinxter just goes like this a little bit. Whoop.
He says, I've officially just messaged my mate Ace Baker, who is doing sound for Sammy and the boys, and told him, for fuck's sake, get Ryan up.
Totally cool.
That'd be awesome.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, man.
Hey, Ryan, this is Joe Satriani.
Right?
I was wondering if you could do me a favor.
Could I just borrow it from ya? I mean, that would be cool. I'd get up there, clams and all. I'd do it. Like I said before, it just would be just like a huge tribute to Ed for me personally, to get up. And I've heard that Satriani was saying that too, is that, when he's up there playing, he's not trying to be everything that Ed was. And to him, that's what it feels like. It's his tribute, to Ed. So I respect
that poor
what
guy's screwed one way or the other, right? If he did it note for note, it would still be wrong to lots of people.
Right.
I think he's threading the needle as best he can, and I'm a big Joe fan, so I think it's awesome.
Yeah. I totally respect what he's doing. Absolutely.
Yep.
Let's see what else is going on in the chat here. We got an awesome there. Thank you. Let's see. Anybody else new that has jumped in?
Missing links?
See anybody? Missing links? Where's that?
He's in there somewhere.
Sables? Did you get him?
We got the table.
We got Sables. Welcome in, Missing Links, wherever you are.
Back up here somewhere.
There it is. Channel member Missing Links is with us. Good to see you. Hanging out with us. Right on. Let's see.
Steve Brand?
Steve Brand just kicked the door down. He's in.
Right on.
I figured we'd see him shortly if a.k.a.
Special
Karen, not that Karen, was here. All right, so I'm done playing guitar for the night. It's now up to Randy and John. It's all up to you boys.
Monkey Tass.
Right on. Greasy Monkey Guitars. Channel member is here. We hadn't seen you in a while. Welcome back, man. John is not
more greasy.
There we go. I was going to say, John hasn't had the opportunity to say that in a while. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you, brother.
Rob Blackmore Official saying on point with the Live Without a Net solo. Love it at Simon Hosford. I'm still in awe that, of the note for note, watching him play with that video. It was like timing was dead on. Good stuff.
I watched it like 26 times. I'm like,
Yeah.
really, man? Fuck right off, dude. I love you to bits, but Jesus.
Yeah.
Like even the tremolo where he'll do like a, I can't, where the fuck is everything here? It's all off now. Or he'll do all of that is bang on too.
Yeah. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Simon says, I'm a massive fan of Joe's too. Man, you're really coming through with some static there, John.
Yeah, I gotta sort that.
Says, I'm a massive fan of Joe's too. I wore out my vinyl of Surfing with the Alien, like we all did. That record is a masterclass of modern guitar playing and songwriting. Agreed.
Yeah.
I really appreciated what he did. I never personally was into, I'm going to go buy that album, but when it was on or somebody else was playing it in their car or whatever back in the day, I really, really liked it. Appreciated it.
The summer song.
All the way up till Is There Love in This Space back. I was every album, and it kind of
Flying in a Blue Dream was a good one.
yeah.
KXM Rock is here. Welcome in. This channel, cool. They got 1080p. We have since day one. We've been 1080. Let's see. Greasy Monkey says, thanks, guys. Wife had a hip replacement. That'll take some time out of your leisure. So being at the hospital with her made me miss many things. Well, hopefully she's doing well.
Yeah, man.
Send our best wishes to her, and hopefully she's got speedy healing going on. So good to see you hanging out with us. All right. Okay, what's next?
Not that anybody wants a hip replacement, but if there's a time in place, and now's the time because they're so good at it. I know my mother-in-law, she's had 2.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's like 2 days later they got her up and walking and stuff, and it's cool.
Right on. Well, what do you boys want to do? Randy sent me a video earlier today, and I meant to come down and see if I could find it on YouTube, but I hadn't had a chance. So I'm gonna let you guys talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'm gonna see if I can find that real quick because it was interesting and pertaining to TransTrem Thursday. So give me just a minute.
All right.
Cool. You want to play something, Randy, or you want to talk?
It doesn't matter. We can do either one. That's Providence, Rhode Island. October '88 is what Ryan's looking for, by the way, in case he didn't remember the date. Yeah, you got anything slow, bluesy?
Yeah.
Something that I don't have to be all acrobatic on because I can't do it.
Might as well do Old Faithful. We seem to do well on this one. Is it loud enough?
It's louder than it was last time, so that's a bonus.
It's different. This is a different one, isn't it? Yeah. Randy.
Right on, boys. Very, very nicely done. All right, we got some more people that are filing in. We got
Sweet.
channel member Stephen Franklin is here saying what's up. Good to see you,
Brother
Mr. Franklin.
Steven, how are you? Yeah.
Channel member AMC Kingdom found his way in. Good to see you. We got channel member Josh Tanberg is here saying evening to all. Let's see. We got Nuclear 1-2 is here. Welcome in. Nuke. Let's see. Mel Johnson is here.
Right on.
Says grease on my neck pickup tones were sweet. Let's see. Who else did I see? Gear Junkie 35 is here.
Nice
Welcome
to
in.
see you, brother.
OTW Live has joined us. Good to have you. And Steve V is here. Welcome in, sir. Good to have you here. And let's see, was there someone else? I think we said hey to Steve Brand. And I think we're caught up. So we should be good to go. If I have missed you, just say something there in the chat and we'll grab you. But yeah, appreciate everybody hanging out with us. That's cool, man. That's kind of the sorrow-esque track that you got there.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, that one seems to flow a little bit better for this application.
Then Sorrow. There was the one that Sorrow, the Turning Away was the other one.
Right.
Yeah, whichever.
Yeah. You got to be in the pocket for that one because it's easy to get out of the pocket on Turning Away.
Yeah. How does that one go?
He uses a little more delay though.
A little bit more. I could do that.
I guess we could get into a pissing match at two SDE 3000s against the new school SDE 3000s.
Yeah. Well, I do have the newer pedal back
And
there.
what do you think of it?
It's really, really close.
Yeah.
It's
Still
a
not the
little.
same?
What's the word? It's still a little sharper, where the original ones are a little rounder, a little warmer, maybe. Yeah.
I was watching the deep dive on it again with Pete Thorne. You can go in there and turn that so it warms off all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the most.
It's not the easiest pedal to get around in, for sure.
Yeah, the ecosystem is kind of goofy with it'd be much better with knobs and stuff. But
Yeah. Well,
gives a shit?
they tried to keep the kind of layout
aesthetic.
style of
Yeah.
what it was. And, once you get in there and kind of figure it out, once you set it once, you're pretty well done, so.
well, the thing is it's a couple of simple things, but there's 3 or 4 steps involved. So like you said, you set it and then you forget it. And then I just want to try something different. You're fucked. Completely fucked. You have to start all over again.
Yeah, you got to break out the manual,
There's no editor, there's no nothing, and the editor is typical boss. So, page 3 continues on 32. And
Yeah. And all the little readouts are with the old style, digit codes. And, it's like somebody typed the words with the calculator and turned it upside down.
yeah. But it's
What are they
deep,
talking
man.
about? Bootless.
Sine waves and triangle waves and reverse this and that.
All that good stuff. Channel member
it
Gene
sounds good.
Spliced is here. Welcome in.
Well said. Well said.
We just had Christopher Live Sova kick the door down there.
Right on.
He is here. Good to see you, Mr. CLS. So, Randy, I didn't find what you had sent me on the YouTubes, but I did find this one that I had seen before, and I think it's the same footage. So let's check it out, and we'll probably get a copyright strike or claim on it, but that's okay. All right, so that's a little small. Let me see if I can get it sized up a little bit.
Beginning.
Nope. It's not doing it.
It's not
All
playing
right, so
with
anyway. And yeah, I think it's real small anyway, so that may be the best we can do. But here we go. Let me know if you guys can hear this. Can you hear that?
Nope.
No. Interesting. Okay, well, let me do this. Y'all might get a little echo if I talk or something. Hang on.
Yep.
Can you hear that now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so a little context is when it first started, he had the 5150 and he broke a string. He was like, so he brought it over down into the pit and he got the GL2T because he was just about to start his solo. And it's very rare that he would ever use the Steinberger for his solo. So let's check it out. Pause it for just a second. Did you notice what he just did?
He swung the bar all the way around.
Yeah. So on a TransTrem, the bar obviously has the lock on it so that you can lock it in different positions. So it doesn't move any further than that. So to get it out of the way, he spun it around like so. And you're going to see something kind of funny here in a little bit what he does with it. All right. Okay, so right there, he went to reach for the bar to do his dive and it wasn't there, so he had to he had to grab around the back.
Do it Dimebag style.
Steve Vite it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was funny. Mm-hmm. So, there's really not much more of the video here, but well, I guess there is on this one. Let's go ahead and watch it.
switched right back to his other guitar.
Yep.
What was that?
I'm
As
sure
soon as
switched.
as soon as he gets done playing that part of Eruption, Zeke's standing there with the 5150 restrung, ready to go.
Ready to go. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Now I can tell you, from owning this guitar, standing up and playing all of that kind of tapping and solo stuff that he was doing is hard.
Yeah.
Because there's really, the guitar is really balanced, but when you're used to, having the body of the guitar, like a lot of times, he'd turn up the 5150 like this, and he would have the body situated. You can't really do the same stuff with this guitar. So, unless you practiced on it all the time to play a solo like that, it probably was throwing him off a little bit, but he did really, really, really good on it. I thought it was funny when he was reaching around to do the dive bombs, and he's like, "Oh, it's not there." Good stuff.
And when he was doing the fast tremolo picking part, he went ahead and slid on up to the 24th a couple times in that too.
Yeah, you got to get that thing out of the way. I usually would keep where the bar is locked. I usually would have it up just a little bit more, but I moved it down so that I could do some of the tremolo picking. But on this guitar, it's hard to do. You gotta get that out of the way so you can get in there. Everything is just so compact on this thing.
Very cool.
All right, let's see. Who else did we have jump in? I saw a couple.
Rock Daddy.
Rock
My
Daddy's
loud
here.
brother.
Right on. Welcome in, Rock Daddy. Let's see. I don't see him in the chat.
Closer to the bottom.
Florida Claimers Ted is back. Welcome. And then there's Rock Daddy. Good to see you, man. Welcome in. And we already said hello to Christopher Live Sova. Uh-oh, Andy Carson. It's got the bell going off. Got to run.
Just let it burn down, bro.
Be safe, buddy. We'll see you when you get back.
Don't get pummeled into a pole by a fire hydrant.
I did some research on that, and I think it said 350 kilopascal or something was the pressure. And I did some quick math, and that's over 500 psi of pressure on those fire hydrants. So anybody in the chat doesn't know, we were talking about a little clip from Under the Bus last night. So if you missed it, you got to go over there and watch the replay. So, but that was a lot of pressure. I'm sure it probably broke that dude's leg.
Yeah, that was. Sometimes those aren't so funny when you slow it down, right?
No. Not
Guy
at all.
gets blown over, your old dumbass, and then you see, yeah.
So Cheryl wasn't feeling well, so let's do a little something for Cheryl. I'm gonna swap guitars real quick, and we're gonna bring it down and mellow it out just a bit. So let me swap real quick.
Drinks are at the back. Have your drink specials.
Same as always. Beers and whiskeys. My work used to have these phones. They were called the mic phones. It was like a two-way radio and a phone.
Yeah.
And those things used to make that kind of a sound every once in a while if there was a call coming in on the cell phone somewhere else.
I don't
I used-
understand
yeah.
what the fuck that is.
I used to have that with. I had a little Nokia phone. I think was it a Nokia or it was a Panasonic? I can't remember. It was a little like work style, real tough. And I would leave it sitting on the dash. And my radio, I always listen to the radio when I'm driving around in my van. And the radio would go start doing that. And I'm like, oh, I'm about to get a phone call. And then the phone would ring right after it started doing that. It was really weird.
And apparently Samsung phones, guys. Mine was sitting right here. I just moved it and it's done.
Ah, there you go.
It's old school, man.
Now
I
we know.
was thinking I got to get an RF filter, but I got the Furman power thing. That's got RF and all that bullshit. I'm like, fuck me. I'm not sending this thing back. It sounds too good. No, it's done. That's good. Awesome. I was really getting distracted with that. Thanks, Trev, for talking about the mic phone, and it just got me thinking,
We
well,
do,
where's
man.
my
We
phone?
solve problems. We talk
It's right here.
ourselves.
Do it. Well, you said mic phone, and I'm like, I don't fucking care about a phone. Where's my phone? Oh, there it is. Oh, well, Trev, you solved it. Awesome. Oh, that's much better.
All right,
Oh, man.
let's see. Let's do a little something for Cheryl. We're gonna
Something.
we're gonna mellow it out and do a little something Floydy here. Let's
Floridian.
see, Floridian.
That's Ted.
Oh, the fish and chips.
Before I start it, let me just double check and make sure that the level on it is good. 'Cause this that's the only thing with this Roadcaster, man. Sometimes you gotta check your levels. You're muted, Randy. Right on, boys. Sounding great.
Help
So
if
that
I had
was-
half of my rig turned on.
It sounded good regardless, so whatever.
Yeah, man.
Sounded great. Blue Mox. Using his membership for 9 months super chat to say thank you to all the chatters in the crew. Soul soothing and you all rock.
Right on.
You rock, Blue. Thank you for the channel support. Channel member Gretch Zeppelin is here. Did we say hey to Gretch earlier?
No, I think he just got here.
Right
In the
on.
last song.
Welcome in. Welcome in. We also got Jay, 7 over 8
What's shaking, brother?
of Gizmachi. Welcome in, Jay.
Gizmachi greatness.
Let's see. Did we say hey to AMC King? I think we did. We did not, however, say hello to Dahlia Mendez. Welcome in.
Hey, where you been? Nice to see you.
Good to see you. Let's see. Who else? OTW Live. Did we say hey?
We did 3 times.
All right. We said it 4 now.
That's right.
Let's see. Checking out who else has jumped in as we were running. Let's see. There's channel member Charles, 75 in. Dr. Fabric. As we mentioned earlier, he is one of those links down there in the description of the channels that we often go to and socialize in the chat. It's got some good stuff with fabric topping guitars. If you have not checked that out, I would recommend it. We
And
did
then he
also
does a
mention,
show. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
He does a show with a lunatic Seth. Yeah. It's always entertaining, man.
Yeah.
Guitar Safaris, Friday nights.
Guitar Safari with the lunatic.
Seth is annoyingly adorable, I would say.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or adorably annoying, one or the other. Love you, Seth.
Either or, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Well, I was going to
Something bad
say.
there?
No, I was just going to say that I meant to click on this here. As we mentioned earlier as well, 7 over 8 J is part of the Under the Bus crew, which I think they have a special show tomorrow night. I'm not sure what time. It's probably
9 o'clock.
conflicting with Charles's show, but B's company. So we get to see Boner Jams over there, hanging out with
And Xander.
Xander
and those
and
yeah.
so go check that out if that's your thing.
That dude
Let's
plays
see.
some heavy shit.
Right?
That Xander, dude. Fuck me. He's good. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Jeff H. channel member has found
There
his
he
way
is.
in. Ripping and shredding.
Hey,
Welcome
brother.
in, sir. Let's see. Who else do we got? We said hey to Steve V, but we did not say hey to CMBR. Welcome in.
Ribbit Charvel guy. There's no Charvels on screen today.
Nothing.
I ain't ripping it either.
Let's see.
You're playing wonderfully, Randy.
He's doing all right. He's doing okay.
All right.
He's doing all right. Mitch Heyman is here saying hey to
There
the
he
crew.
is.
You
Welcome
ever get
in,
that
Mitch.
computer sorted out?
Good to see you. I have started some of the overclocking endeavors on mine.
Yeah.
It's comfortably running at 5.7 gigahertz.
Jesus Christ.
So
is it the KSQ that you can do all the boosts with?
no, mine's just the K, and there's really not that much difference. The only difference, it's the same chip.
Yeah.
Just all they do is they find, okay, this is a really good one.
Bend. They
Bend, yeah. So it's the same chip. It's just that they think that one will run a little bit faster or overclock a little bit
Preliminary
faster.
testing.
And it's like $100 more. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
It's like
So-
the difference between a 911 and a 911 RS. It's all in the software. They just turn everything up. richer flow, more boost to the turbo.
Yeah. So Arkansas throwing a little bit out there. Thank you.
Arcade.
Little $3 super sticker from Arkansas. Thank you so very
Thanks
much.
for helping out, putting the links in the chat.
I appreciate all the support that you've been showing for the channel. Appreciate it very much. And
He's
I think
awesome.
we have caught up with everybody that has jumped in. So
Yeah.
what do you boys want to
For
do?
now.
We got about another 15 minutes or so, I guess.
That's it. You're done. Early night again tonight.
Well, I do work tomorrow. Now,
it's school night.
next week,
You're on
I'm
another
off.
holiday.
I'm off next Friday for a personal holiday. We get our birthdays off. So
Oh, that's nice.
mine falls on the weekend, so I get Friday off.
You
So
having a party?
we will probably do an extended TransTrem Thursday.
Cool.
On into the wee hours. I don't know about you guys. You probably got to go to work.
Fuck
but,
it. I'll
We get an extra 3
I'll
hours
suffer.
out of just being on this side of the country.
Yeah.
So
So we'll do something next week. We'll I wouldn't call that special.
it's another Thursday night.
So that
You guys
yeah.
want to try that one I ripped or what?
Yeah, we can. Let me Mitch has a question here. Did you get a Gen 13 or a 14? I got the 14 900K. And Sova is poking some fun at me. 61st. Not quite.
now that was 24 cores, right? That one.
I think so.
Let's just get
24
that hand
cores,
now.
30 something threads. I don't know. What's up, channel member Rambler? What's up, bro? Good to see you, Joel.
Hey, Joel.
And let's see, 29. That's more like it. So, all right. TransTrem birthday special, says Rob Blackmore. That'll work. All right. So what key are you in there, John?
A minor.
A minor.
Yep.
For some reason, I just do not get along with A minor. But
Oh,
yeah, let's
Okay,
do
we
it.
can do something else if you want.
No. Let's go.
Okay. I'm not sure. I think it sounds good. I haven't listened to all of it. It's 10 minutes, so should do us for a bit. Praise be to the Lord.
That's what the applause are for. I thought one was over.
Yep. It'd be great if they put the rest of the changes in that song.
Right? Yeah, everybody in the chat, let us know. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on that one.
Yeah. It was wasn't giving us a lot to put back into it.
No.
Yeah.
Such a cool vibe, right? I thought, and it's, these things they kind of come up in our feed and we come across them and you listen to it and it's like, okay, sound quality is good. It's a cool riff. Fast forward a little bit. It's like, oh yeah, okay, so it's going and it's 10 minutes. So that's what we need here is 10 minutes.
Right.
So that's it. And 2 minutes before the show, I'm ripping it and putting it in here and doing all that stuff. And
Yeah,
it's
that
like,
was the
okay,
first time that we've heard it. Yeah.
yeah, so this is going to be good. No. Well, it's good. It's good. It's just
Yeah, it's good.
not
It's
complete.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Allegedly Innocent is here. So it's
Awesome.
really beautiful, Randy. Welcome in.
Thanks. I trimmed
Good
it
to
up
see
a
you.
little bit last night.
Lord Spike Protein is here. Good to see you hanging out with us tonight. Right on. Let's see.
I got to do something about
anybody
this
else?
wah pedal, too. Holy fuck.
I think Wayne McConnell was jumping in as we were jamming, so welcome in, Wayne.
Hey,
Good
Wayne.
to see you. Let's see. Who else?
Who else?
Charles, 75 in, throwing it out there.
Awesome, brother.
Thank you, Charles, so much. Thanks for the joy tonight, gents, to say with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Charles. We appreciate the channel support. Let's see.
Awesome,
Anybody else jump in that we missed? Don't think so. I think we're good with everybody there. All right, what else we got? I think we're about ready to wrap it up. It's 2 minutes to 10 for me. So,
2 minutes.
To 10
any
o'clock.
final
10 o'clock.
parting words or any words of wisdom?
Did you say 2 minutes to what?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Oh.
We haven't heard a full song from you tonight, Randy. You want to rip one?
No.
You don't think
No,
your hand
give
will do
it a rest today.
Give it a rest.
Yeah. Been trying really hard not to break loose, but
Light duty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Well, we
It was
appreciate
good that
everybody.
song ended because you were starting to get ahead full of speed there at the end.
Yeah. I was like, oh, he's feeling better. No.
well, what I was doing is I was keeping my thumb off the back of the neck where I had my hand was literally just floating. So that's how I've kind of been playing most of the night.
You did the Feldman technique.
Well, you brought that up. Jay said he created a new technique or whatever, playing with his thumb under the neck or some goofy shit.
I'll be right back.
Jade's a Lamb of God fan, I'm pretty sure. Like, you never seen Mark Morton from Lamb of God do the sweeps and stuff with his thumb slung under the neck like that?
What about Jake?
Jake's over here making chords and shit.
Yeah.
Jake's on a
but-
whole new level, dude. That dude's on a whole nother level.
Yeah, he's a genius in his own right that never got the recognition he deserved.
No.
Well, you know what, though? He could play like a motherfucker, but he couldn't write the songs like other people could.
Are you kidding me?
Are you talking about Badlands? Or are you talking about Ozzy Osbourne?
I mean,
I'm not saying he's not
thing.
he's not an Eddie Van Halen is what I'm saying, right? Because
No,
when he
no,
said
no.
that and he said he's on another level, I'm like, yeah, he should be in the conversation with Edward, right? But Edward had a little more going on, I think. But the cute looks and
the thing is, though, between Jake and Edward,
yes,
Ed wrote the entire song.
yeah,
Jake
Jake was a riff guy.
Jake had Bob Daisley and Lee Kerslake and all those guys that Sharon Osbourne ripped off.
Yeah,
And, I mean, Jake wrote Bark at the Moon.
yeah, one of the greatest riffs ever.
Jake wrote Shot in the Dark. Rock and Roll Rebel is probably my favorite song
That's a
on
good
Bark
one,
at the
too,
Moon.
with the
That's
squeals
that's
in
a
that one.
hellacious riff, and you can see where Zach Wild stole a lot of lead licks.
Don't do it. You can't do it.
So what you reminded me of, Randy, was that I do have one of the Feldman models. So that Feldman signature here. So if anybody's looking to buy this thing, I need to get rid of it.
We have 3,272 subscribers. The next one wins this guitar.
Right.
But I mean, you can do really, really cool stuff, like this one. It sounds just as good as he did, right? That was all supposed to be a joke that he was doing, is what I've heard.
Yeah, I heard that too.
This guitar happens to be tuned down to drop C.
Didn't see that.
You guys want to play out with that one again?
Not particularly, but we can.
Well, we can just play a couple of lines of it, and Trev will just end the show.
Beat us up.
But, yeah. Or we can just say...
four bars for Randy, 4 bars for me, and then the next 9 minutes for Ryan.
Or we could just say goodnight and end the show.
We gotta
play
walk out on
something.
music. Yeah,
You got to do a little something on the way out? Okay, we'll
It's
do
like
it.
tickling it, getting it all ready, and then walking out.
Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.